New year, new look. Honestly, I don't think this look is gonna stick, but I tried it the one day and I'm like, you know what? Let's try it for a video. Hashtag hipster Kyle. How many people like that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what do you think of this. Hello, what's up guys? I'm Kyle from KGR, and today we are going over my PS3 collection. Now, the PS3 is one of my favorite consoles of all time. It would be my absolute favorite console of all time if they made Crash Bandicoot games on it. There is not a single Crash Bandicoot game that was made for the PS3. It's bullcrap. Secondly, if I had the backwards compatible one for PS2. I want one of those so bad, but I don't have one yet. But with that said, Brick Boy, if you want to sell yours, I have the money. I got you. But that generation of consoles was so interesting. I loved it so much. It's one of my favorite generations of all time. But I think this is going to be the most interesting collection video I've done so far. Yes, I've done more in the past for those who are new. So at the end of the video, I'll have little playlist cards so you can check out the rest of them. But this one is going to be the most interesting because this one shows the most variety of my game taste ever. Like, you see a bunch of my Nintendo ones and you see a little bit of my PlayStation, but this one, you really see the taste of gaming that I have. With that said, you're not going to see anything Call of Duty or Battlefield or anything shooter. Fuck that noise. But this collection really represents the kind of gamer that I am. I also have a bunch of digital titles. I'm not going to go over all of them, but at the end of the video, I will be going over what I do have installed on my PlayStation right now. So without further ado, let's get into my PS3 collection. And the first game we're going to be talking about is Brutal Legend. Now, when this game came out, well, first up, when the game came out, I didn't even have a PS3 yet. I didn't get my PS3 until like 2010 or so, maybe. I can't remember. But man, I was excited for Brutal Legend for a while because I liked metal at the time. I loved Jack Black. I thought this would be a fantastic game. I bought it and I'm like, hey, it's a hack and slash as Jack Black and you get to see Ozzy later. This game is fucking awesome. But then later it turns into like a tower defense type of game. I'm like, where'd this come from? I was so confused. It just came right out of left field. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this game anymore. So I think I want to restream this sometime and see if I still like it. But I have a feeling that if I play it, no one's going to want to watch this. No one's going to care. So let me know in the comments, do you want to see me stream Brutal Legend? And now that I've gotten older, since I've beaten that game, or actually I haven't beaten that game yet. No, I'm on a final boss. But anyways, now that I'm older, since I've gotten this game, will I be better? Will I have a different opinion on it? I don't know. Will I play it again? That's up to you guys. Next up, we got DJ Hero. Oh man, this game. Now, I had this game on PS2, and honestly, I didn't really care for it too much at that point. Like, I loved the rhythm, like, I don't know, Guitar Hero type of games. So I was down for this one because it was a new play style. I'm gonna see if I can master this one too. I never did. But anyway, I got the PS3 version as a gift, as well as another controller for it. And I never played two-player, but someone that came up to the flea market stand that I work at was looking for the controller. I'm like, yo, I got two of them. I'll hook you up. I don't need it. So I'm probably going to sell either this or the PS2 version. I don't know which one I'm going to get rid of. Maybe I should just get rid of both. I don't know. I don't ever plan on playing this ever again. But I like having a little bit of a library, though. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I never really got that good at this game, so I don't think I'm gonna try to dedicate myself to try to be better at this game because I don't really care all that much. Alright, next up we got GTA 4 plus the episodes of Liberty City. Now, I got this from one of my childhood best friends, Ricky, which, by the way, Ricky, if you're watching this video, hi, I miss you, and I wish all three of us, you, me, and Taylor, would all hang out again, but life's changed, and I freaking hate it. So anyway, I played this for like 10 minutes, and I played GTA 5 before I played this, so the controls, like in the cars, when I first played this, felt so god-awful. I couldn't play it. But I'm still going to hold on to this because the fact that Ricky gave this to me. And I do want to try the other stories eventually sometime. I don't know. Will I actually do it? Probably not. I don't have the time for that anymore. I probably should have played it when it was relevant, but I didn't have a PS3 then, so I was kind of screwed. Now, before I move on to the next game, there's going to be like 3 parts of this video where it's going to be a giant chunk of the same type of game. So we're going to get into that. And the first chunk of games we're going to get into are the Guitar Hero games. God, I loved Guitar Hero. The first one we're going to talk about is Guitar Hero 3. Now, Guitar Hero 3 is by far the best Guitar Hero. It is the easiest one to play in my opinion because it's more forgiving if you're not perfectly on time with the notes, but it has the best soundtrack. It has a great difficulty spike. Like, it doesn't like go crazy, but like it gradually goes up, and like it has plenty of difficult songs for me to play that I like to play, like I don't know, as a challenge, and then there's plenty of songs that people like to play casually. So it's all good in the hood here. There's plenty of great songs on this one. And the downloadable songs they put onto this game was fantastic too. I wish I would have gotten all of them, but now you can't, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't matter anymore because now you can just get Clone Hero on PC, which I have, and I love it. But because of that, I'm probably never going to play these games again. But I need to have them in my collection because I like having a collection. The next up we got is Guitar Hero World Tour. Now, honestly, I'm kind of mixed on this one. The game does have an amazing soundtrack. Like, it has a great variety for the casual party. However, I play it for the challenge, and there wasn't enough challenging songs on here for me. And it's because of this game that I now hate Bon Jovi. This game really is the karaoke at home game. Like, it's ridiculous. But my family all played this. I would be on guitar, my brother would be on the drums, my mom would sing, and I remember for a while I actually got a mic stand so I could play guitar and sing at the same time. I felt like a badass. Oh yeah, you can make your own songs in this too. Some people made like some Final Fantasy songs that I love to play on this because they actually did a good job making them, so that was pretty cool. And a couple of Bullet from a Valentine songs, people made those too. I was really happy for that. Next up, we got Guitar Hero Metallica. Now, this is also one of my favorites because I love Metallica. And there's actually plenty of difficult songs on here. Like, none of them are too hard, but they're really fast. So it does add a little bit of a challenge. And I love the soundtrack on this. I've gotten 100% on one of the songs before, but I forget which one it was. It was probably like No Leaf Clover. It wasn't a very difficult song, but it was still fun nevertheless. It was one of my favorite Metallica songs for a while. But the one thing I don't like about this game is there's not enough songs from the S&M album. That's my favorite album of all time because it's with a full orchestra and it sounds amazing. I wish they would have expanded more on that, maybe as DLC, but they never did. I had this game for PS2. In fact, I had almost all these other ones on PS2, but I upgraded to the PS3 version, and I think it was because of the PS2 version that I had seizures. I'm not going to get into that story because I hate bringing up that story, like at least fully telling it, because it makes me cry sometimes. But the PS3 version feels better because I think the visual like graphics, I don't know what they do, like some filters they do. There's something on the PS2 version that always looked funny, and it messed with my eyes. And later that day I would have a seizure. But the PS3 version doesn't do that, so I can play this one with no fears. These next two I never had on PS2. I have a lot more on PS2, but I didn't upgrade all of them to the PS3 versions. Maybe one day I might. Again, I gotta wait until I get a bigger room, bigger shelves, and other jazz. But next up we got Guitar Hero Smash Hits. Now this one I've wanted for years, because they remade a bunch of the songs with the better layout, and this time they actually went with the real versions of the band instead of the covers. And a few months after I got this, I got Clone Hero, so it didn't matter anymore. But the one song I love the most on here is Laid to Rest from Lamb of God. Oh my god, I fucking love that song. It was the one song I played like on repeat, like on this game. I was so happy when I got this game. And the last Guitar Hero game I got on PS3 is, ironically, the first game I got on PS3, and it was the reason I got a PS3, and that is Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. Now, they didn't make this game on PS2 for some reason. I don't understand why, because they had it on the Wii, but they didn't have it on the PS2, and I'm pretty sure the PS2 is probably more powerful than a Wii. I don't know, maybe not. But I'm pretty confident that the PS2 could handle it, but apparently it didn't. So I had to upgrade to the PS3. I remember that year when it was at Christmas, I was telling Mom, alright, we need to upgrade to a PS3 now. I need this new Guitar Hero. I hear so many good things, and if I don't get it, it's gonna be a problem. I sound so spoiled and entitled in that phrase right there. But that was the point, though. Like I need to have this, like, or else I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want anything else for Christmas. I just really want the new Guitar Hero. And this was a half decent one. I still think 3 is the best, but this was a decent one to end things off on. But unfortunately, they tried to bring it back with Guitar Hero Live. And God, Guitar Hero Live is fucking garbage. I hate that game. I remember they put Love Song from Tesla on this game. I was so excited because I loved playing that on my acoustic. But the acoustic intro, they completely skip. And I was so mad. But they put on some My Chemical Romance as DLC, so I got that shit. Damn right. Part of my emo days. Hell yeah, boy. Moving on from Guitar Hero, let's go into a genre of games that I'm not very good at, and that is action RPGs. We got Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 HD Remix. Now, I have this on PS4, so I technically don't need this. However, I hold on to these because, one, I love the cover arts, and two, also very sentimental reasons, because I've beaten Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time on this collection, and it was with my friends Noyan, Jason, and Tori, which, shout out to those guys. How you guys doing? And I just hold on to these because of that. I was so close to beating Birth by Sleep. I was so close to beating Rechain of Memories, but I'm not good at these games. I'm getting Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm just going to hop into that one. And I was going to try to replay these games on PS4 in hopes of, you know, being good at it and like knowing the story fully. And that's not happening. No, I'm just going to hop into Kingdom Hearts 3 and just hope for the best. It's like me watching the Marvel movies. Like, I would just watch them like every once in a while. I never watched all of them at first. And they would reference other things that made no sense to me. But when I went back and watched all the movies, it made sense. And it's good. It's gonna happen with Kingdom Hearts now. Am I actually gonna go back and replay all those games eventually? Fuck, I don't know. I ain't got time for that. Next up, we got a game that I was so excited for. A game that I really wanted on PS3. And that is LittleBigPlanet. Unfortunately, this is the only one I have on disc for my PS3. However, I did used to have 2, but when it got on PlayStation Plus, I sold it because I needed money. Because I wasn't working as much back then. But now I'm working a decent amount. I work in 3 jobs now. It sucks. But eventually I do want to get them all on disc again. I also have LittleBigPlanet Karting, and that's a half decent game. But man, I was so excited for this because I love platformers. And you get to customize your little character. And look at him. He's so cute. So when I found a plush for Sackboy, I was so happy. I'd show you. But he's up on a chain up there. So if you really want to see it, you gotta watch my room tour. So, I love this. I love this so much. This is great. Too bad the game is dead. When LittleBigPlanet 3 came out, apparently it was disappointing. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was as good as 2, but I didn't think it was bad. But, I'm sad that no one cares about the game anymore. Like, the level customization was cool, but Mario Maker did it so much better. Can we get a Mario Maker on the Switch yet, please? I really want a Mario Maker on the Switch. Come on. Next up, another thing I like, kart racers. But I barely played this one. I got ModNation Racers. Honestly, the only thing I remember about this game is the fact that people made costumes online, like little characters, and they did fantastic jobs of recreating so many characters. It was so awesome. But that's the only thing I really cared about the game. I never played this story. I barely played online. All I did was look at the little characters and I'm like, that's cool. And that's it. LittleBigPlanet Karting was a better game in my opinion. This probably was better. But this one didn't pique my interest all that much. So, I'm probably never gonna play it. Should I play it online, guys? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll stream it. I don't know. I'll find time for that. And now we get the second chunk of the same type of games. This time, we are hopping into the Naruto games. First up, we got Naruto Storm 1. Now, I didn't play too much of this. I played a good chunk of it, But the one thing I love the most about this game is how you traverse through the Hidden Leaf Village. This game, out of all the Naruto Storm games, even Naruto Storm 4, this game did it the absolute best. Unfortunately, they never did that again, which really makes me sad, but this is a fantastic game. Next up, we got Naruto Storm 2. Now, out of all the Storm games, this one has the best narrative, because this one actually has a complete story. I'll get more into that later, but this one goes from the beginning of Shippuden to the end of the Pain arc. So after you fight Pain and meet Nagato and all that jazz, save the Hidden Leaf Village, like, that's where it ends. So it feels like a complete story. Storm 3, on the other hand, let me get into that. Oh yeah, I also have Naruto Storm 3. God, I love the way this game played, and I love the downloadable content for this game. I love the costumes. But the one thing I hated the most about this game was, one, the story wasn't accurate. When the Kage fight Madara, the Kage don't win. They just don't. They get their asses handed to them, and it's sad. But not only was it not accurate, the story wasn't complete. Like, it's getting into the point where they're fighting Madara, and they're fighting Obito, and the shit's intense. But that's it. Like, they're getting into the fight, and then you gotta wait 3 years and a whole new console generation to get Storm 4 to find out the ending to that story. Like, God damn it! But just like the anime, Naruto has filler, and we got 2 filler games. One of them I absolutely love, and that is Naruto Storm Generations. Now, if I was into Naruto when the games originally came out, I would have been very upset about this game. But the reason why I love this game is because this is the reason why I got to Naruto. Story time with KGR! So, when this game came out, actually before this game came out, I wasn't into Naruto yet. When I had the R4 cartridge for my DS, I played a couple of Naruto games because I like fighting games, kinda. So I'll give it a shot, see how it is. But when I got my PS3, on the other hand, I downloaded a bunch of Naruto demos, I think, because my neighbors were really into them. So I'm like, you know what, maybe I should give it a shot. And I played the Naruto Storm 2 demo a lot, and was like really getting into it. I wanted to learn more about it. So when this game came out, this game, all it is just them like retelling the stories, at least a good chunk of each character's stories throughout the Naruto series. And I was hoping, judging by it, you know, since Sonic Generations came out, you see Naruto Generations and you see that logo right there, you think, oh, it's going to be a crossover between Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. No, it's not. So that was disappointing. However, it did like kind of like try to like give me a good idea on who the characters are, so it helped me get like really into Naruto in general. So when I got this, I got Naruto Storm 1 and 2, and then got 3, and so on and so forth. So on paper, this game sucks, but it was the perfect game for me. So if you're trying to get into Naruto, I would highly recommend getting this game. But unfortunately, you can't get this on PS4. It's not in the little collections. It is only on 360 and PS3. So if you want to get into Naruto in general, give this a shot. You'll get to know the characters. You get to learn the gameplay style of the Storm games. And I love the gameplay style of the Storm games. So this is the perfect game to start with. But if you already like Naruto, you can skip this one. Just play the other Storm games. And there's another one you can skip, and I'm going to be getting into that soon. That is Storm Revolutions. Now, I fucking hate this game, okay? Let me go on a little rant about this game. Now, this game came out after Storm 3. So, like I said, Storm 3 didn't end on a finished story. It left on a giant cliffhanger, which is bullshit. So, when this game came out a year or two later, I can't remember, I was thinking, oh man, I'm excited for this because, I don't know, let's see if I can finish the story now. No, this has absolutely nothing to do with Storm 3. This is just pretty much a filler game. You fight a robot Naruto. They try to balance the game. They didn't do it the best way. They did it better in Storm 4, which thank God. Yeah, this game was fucking garbage. And then after you beat the main campaign, and there's a bunch of other things, like about how like, they got the, the Akatsuki. Yeah, how they got the Akatsuki all gathered up. That I actually do like about this game. I will commend them for that. But This game disappointed me so much. And after you beat all that, then you get an animated little teaser of Naruto about to fight Obito, I'm sorry, and the Ten Tails. And then you gotta wait for Storm 4! God! I hate this game. But I'm gonna keep it though, because I like Naruto, and I like having a collection. But goddamn, that game was a disappointment. But playing as Mecha Naruto though, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of fun. Mecha Naruto was a fun time, and I'm happy that they put him in Storm 4, because I feel like the Mecha Naruto is like the only reason why I want you to go back to that. But again, the Akatsuki thing, that was kind of cool too. I will admit that. And I think it also came with an animated clip that you could install onto your PS3, where it shows Itachi trying to make breakfast for Sasuke. Not gonna lie, it's very cute. I'd show you, but copyright. I don't want to get in trouble for that. Next up, we got a game that I was very excited for when it got announced, and that is Rayman Origins. Now, the first Rayman I loved so much because it was a fun 2D platformer. I love 2D platformers, but it was very difficult though. But we never got a 2D Rayman after that. All the other ones were 3D. So when they were going back to 2D for this one, and plus the art style looked beautiful, I was beyond excited. So I got this for Christmas one year, and I loved it. I'd never beaten it though, but man, I love this game. You know what, guys? Do you want to see me play this? I almost want to play this and Rayman Legends on my Wii U. And I know Rayman Legends, as of this recording, is now on sale on the Switch for 20 bucks. And I was like saying to myself for the longest time, if it's 20 bucks, I'll buy it on the Switch. I have the money now. It's on sale. Will I do it? No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't need it. But again, if you want to see me play this, I'll be more than happy to play this on stream. There's gonna be plenty of times in the year that there's gonna be like nothing that I want to play. So I gotta build up a catalog of games that I should play to pass the time. Next up, we got a game that I used more as a tool than I did a game, and that is Rocksmith for PS3. Like I said, for the PS3. All these games are PS3. I'm dumb. But anyway, originally I used this as a way to try to make me get better at guitar by learning new songs, but honestly, I used this more as a way to play with different pedals, different amps, and also I plugged it into my little mix amp over here, so I could also not disturb the rest of the family. And plus, if I mess up, only I hear it, so it's all good. But I loved using this as a way to use like pedals and amps. But I hear the 2014 version is better because not only do you have a better variety, but also loads a hell of a lot faster. So I might upgrade to the 2014 version. And we are getting into another chunk of games. So get excited. Now, this game, the first game that I got, is honestly a game that I wanted for my PS3 for the longest time. It was actually one of the first games I wanted for my PS3. I wanted it for Christmas, but they couldn't find it. So I got it later, and that, ladies and gents, is Sonic 06. Okay, so a lot of people hate this game. They bash on it. They say it's the worst Sonic game ever. I beg to differ. I will admit, this game is not good. The thing is, it's unfinished. If it was more polished, I would think that it's actually a good game, because this is the closest thing to a Sonic Adventure 3 we're ever gonna have. If it had a Child Garden, it would definitely be a Sonic Adventure 3, but it isn't. But I love this game so much because it feels like a Sonic Adventure 3, and I like Silver as a character. And gameplay-wise, I don't like the way he plays all that much, but like his backstory and everything like that, I love Silver to death. But I was so hyped for this game for so long, and I finally played it. Yeah, there were a lot of things that pissed me off about this game. There were plenty of times where I was stuck. There's plenty of times where the game just broke on me, but I love going back and replaying this and rebeating it all over again. But then I do it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm never touching this game again. And then I just do it again, like, I don't know, less than a year later. I love going back and playing this. I'm sorry. If you have a problem with Sonic 06, I understand, but I like it for all of its flaws. Another game that I was excited for that has plenty of flaws. A lot of people, they're very mixed about this game. Some people love it, some people hate it, and that is Sonic Unleashed. Now, I had this game originally on PS2 because I didn't have a PS3 at the time. Unfortunately, I don't have it on PS2 anymore, but it is one of those games I do want to get again before I do my PS2 collection. And I beat it on PS2, but I never beat it on PS3 though. Because I remember one day in high school, I was watching it, like I was watching gameplay videos of like the differences between the graphics and stuff, and holy crap, this game is gorgeous. Which, by the way, tangent, this game is 10 years old, and it is still by far the most beautiful Sonic game that we've ever gotten. Unfortunately, it's not the most stable. I know it works on Xbox One now, and it like runs at 4K at a buttery smooth frame rate. It's not 60 frames, I don't think, but it still looks fantastic. And it makes me sad that PS3 really chugged. It tried to hit 60 frames, and when it did for 2 seconds, it looked beautiful. Unfortunately, it was never consistent. But still, by far, the most beautiful Sonic game we've ever gotten. And I wish Sonic games would look as good as this. Next up, we got one of the best Sonic games that we've ever gotten so far, and that is Sonic Generations. But I also got it on PC, so I don't really play this version anymore. And man, the PC version is fantastic. We got 60 frames a second. We got mods. Oh man, it's so good. And there's also a way to make it look like Sonic Unleashed. For some reason, I can't get it to work properly, and I hate it because I want my game to look as pretty as Unleashed. Like, it's easy, but it just doesn't work for me. I don't know. Point is, this game is great though. I remember when I got this, I had to go to my grandma's immediately after I bought the game, and I was giving my mom the death glare. I was so pissed off because, like, I had school the next day, and I knew she wasn't going to let me stay home from school to play this. So, and she was going to want me to go to bed early, so I stayed up for probably like an hour or so, not even. I was playing a couple of levels before I went to bed, because no, I'm not getting robbed from this bullshit. I was excited for this game ever since they showed off the trailer where they show Sonic running along, and then he jumps off the cliff, and you see two Sonics, and oh my god, that shit made me happy. Like, I remember I saw that, it was like before first period in high school, and when I saw the two Sonics jump off the cliff, I was like, I'm like, holy shit, my day is made, and we didn't even start school. I fucking hated school, by the way, so that just made me excited all day. But I am disappointed in the story. The length is very short, but still one of the better Sonic games out there. And then we got the Sonic racing games. We got the first one, which was a good one, and it was a little rough around the edges when you look back on it, but me and my neighbors absolutely loved it. We found it more challenging than Mario Kart. But then Transformed came out, and man, it was a lot more polished than this. But going back on it, it is a little bit rough on the edges. The camera is very shaky, so I hope when the Team Sonic Racing comes out, whoops, I dropped my game. When Team Sonic Racing comes out, hopefully they polish that again. I'm happy that Silver's coming into that new game, but there's no more other Sega representatives coming to that game, which kind of sucks, but oh well. But hey, we got two random racers. We got fucking Wreck-It Ralph and Danica Patrick. Okay, cool. Of course, you're always gonna have someone that's gonna try to compete with Mario Kart, but honestly, Crash Team Racing is probably one of the best ones. But this is also a very good contender of like being a good competitive racing game, like competing wise to Mario Kart. I'm not saying these games are competitive. I meant like try to compete with Mario Kart. They are good games. For the longest time, I actually preferred this over Mario Kart 8. Now, no. I'd rather play Mario Kart 8. Next up, we got South Park Stick of Truth. Oh man, I loved this game. This game was fan-freaking-tastic. I know Fractured But Whole came out, and I love the gameplay style for Fractured But Whole, but Stick of Truth had the best narrative. It was the funniest one, and it had a lot more variety in it. It was a great time. If you haven't played this yet, you can get this on Switch. You can get it on PS4, so get it. It's a great game. Or if you still have a PS3, you can get it for dirt cheap on PS3, so get it now. And then, the last chunk of games, we got the Uncharted Trilogy. Now, I remember when the first one was shown off, I remember I was looking at the Naughty Dog website, because I always checked it because of Crash Bandicoot for the longest time, and it looked fantastic. I'm like, oh man, like, I want this game. But again, it was before I got a PS3, and I thought it looked beautiful. I was all excited, because I love adventure. I love adventure games. But, looking back on it, this game is nowhere as pretty. But then we got Uncharted 2, and Uncharted 2 was one of my first PS3 games. I got it. Like, it was bundled with my system. And it also came in Medal of Honor, but I got rid of Medal of Honor because fuck shooters. They're stupid. But this is known as one of the best ones. And then we got Uncharted 3, and I thought it was the most beautiful one until Uncharted 4 came out. God, Uncharted 4 is glorious. And it's my favorite out of all of them. So let me know in the comments, what's your favorite Uncharted game if you played them before? Or if you haven't, why haven't you? They're great games. I haven't beaten the trilogy, but I've beaten 4. But I was so close to beating these games though. And that is the physical stuff. Now let's get into the digital. If you noticed, my games were mostly in alphabetical order when I was recording it. This, on the other hand, they're not in alphabetical order, and that's annoying. I'll try to go over some games that I want as well, even digitally, because there's plenty of games I want, like Crystal Defenders. I want that game digitally so bad. It was a great time when I was using my friend's profile, but unfortunately I haven't bought it again yet, which, you know what? I might buy it after this. Bomberman Ultra, is that a demo or is that the full game? I think I only have a demo for that game. I don't know, it doesn't say if it's a demo or not, so oh well. Twisted Metal, I got that through PlayStation Plus, I believe. Man, that game was great. My neighbor had it, and when I got it, I haven't touched it. Man, that was a fun time, and the fact that we haven't got one yet on PS4 is weird. So, that's odd. We're getting so many games coming back. We got like Medieval coming back. We got Parappa came back. We got Crash and Spyro. Let's get another Twisted Metal. Jet Set Radio for the Sega fanboys. We got DuckTales Remasters for the 8-bit fanboys. Mirror's Edge. I wanted to love this game. I love the idea of it, but I was never good at this one. However, the one on PS4, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, loved that game because it was open world and it was like free running first person. I want it on PC so bad. But God, I love the idea for Mirror's Edge, but unfortunately it wasn't all that successful, so we're never gonna get another Mirror's Edge game again, I don't think, which really sucks. We got Batman Arkham Asylum and City. I haven't played them personally. I see my friend Nico play them and they looked interesting, so I might play them sometime. I don't know, guys, if you want to see me play the Batman Arkham games, let me know in the comments. I'll do it. Then that Naruto thing I was telling you about, it's called the Sunnyside Battle. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. That game sucked. I played the beta when that came out, and I was half decently excited for it, but I didn't want to buy it. The one character that was from, what, Ape Escape, he looks like he belongs on fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! In this game. Man, he looks like Yu-Gi! Then we got Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. It's the only Sly Cooper game I ever played. I always wanted to play the other ones, but I didn't really care that much for them, because at the time, Crash Bandicoot was the bee's knees. For me, it was Crash, Mario, and Sonic. That's all I needed. To this day, that's pretty much all I still need. Like, I'm fine. Now that Crash is coming back, oh man, I'm happy. It's a good time to be alive. I mentioned earlier I got LittleBigPlanet Karting and 2. We got Castle of Illusion, both I think it's the Genesis version, I can't remember, and the remake. I played a little bit of it and I thought it was okay. I didn't get too much into it. Brothers. Oh my god. I love Brothers so much. If you haven't played that yet, please do it. It has such a good narrative. You would love the story. Please do me a favor and play that. That is a KGR recommendation right there. It is an unappreciated game. Very underrated. Please do it. The only way I found out about that game was because Cat Icarus was talking about it. I had the game, but I didn't play it. So when he talked about it, it had me so excited. So I played it, and God, no regrets. That game was great. Next, we got Tomb Raider. I played like 10 minutes of that. I was bored immediately. Not that I think Tomb Raider is a bad game. It's just not my type of style, even though I liked Uncharted. That is very contradicting. Oh, makes sense. Next up, we got Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers was a fantastic game. Haven't beaten it, but it's a fun time. We got the Infamous games. We got 1 and 2, and Festival of Blood. I didn't really like Festival of Blood all that much, to be honest. Infamous 2 was okay, but Infamous Second Son is by far my favorite one. Minecraft, oh my god, I remember I did Minecraft. I did like a bunch of live streams dedicated to that for the longest time. I'm happy I don't do that shit anymore. That shit was stupid. Oddworld Munch's Odyssey HD. I didn't really play that game all that much. Mortal Kombat. I don't really care about Mortal Kombat, to be fair. The DC Universe one was okay. And now it's not bad. I mean, I'd probably play it casually with friends, but I don't like Mortal Kombat all that much. If I'm gonna play a fighting game, I'm either gonna play Digimon Rumble Arena or Smash. Just Cause 2, I mainly just watched my friend Nico play that. It's fantastic. It's a fun time to play. But now they're coming out with a 4th one already. Cool. Back to the Future, Episode 1. I played that. That was fun. I never really got into Back into the Future as a kid, so I don't know why I played it. Ratchet & Clank All for One. That was like the only one that I own. I played the first one like just a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago, I think. And that was a good time. Ratchet & Clank is a fun series. I kind of regret not like actually getting more into it, but maybe eventually. Again, once I get more room, I might pick up the trilogy on PS3, but as of right now, I don't care that much. Saints Row 2 and 3, I don't really have much to say about them. I didn't really play them much, but I know the 4th one looks really fun. Gotham City Imposters, that was an online shooter game, I think, for Batman, and the servers are down, so me having this is pointless. It just takes up hard drive space, but good memories with my friend Nico. He played it. I didn't. Shank 2, I think that was a free game when the servers went down. It looked interesting. It actually is a fun game. I recommend it. Frogger Returns, because, you know, nostalgia. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I'm honestly really happy I got that game because you can't get this game anymore. A lot of people are upset that you can't play it anymore, so maybe my PS3 is worth a lot of money now. A. Or maybe it's my account that's worth a lot of money now. A. I also have PT on my PS4. Both of them. Yeah! Oh yeah, I like Sonic, so I got episodes... Well, Sonic 4, Episode 1 and 2, Sonic CD, Sonic 1 and 2, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Sonic the Fighters. Yeah, I like Sonic. Got Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD because I liked Tony Hawk back in the day. This one wasn't that bad. I don't know how many people like it or not. I have Wipeout. I don't give a fuck about Wipeout. Pac-Man Championship Edition DX Plus. That's a great time. I love that. Mega Man 9 and 10. Man. I don't even want to think about trying to beat those games. This game fucking bust my balls. But one of my favorite games on PS3, not gonna lie, is Runner 2. Runner 2, I wish it was on Switch, because it's on PS4. So, I know Runner 3 is on the Switch, but Runner 2 is the definitive game. If you haven't played Runner 2, you can also get it on PC. Please play Runner 2. You can get it on PS4, PS3, 360, Xbox One, just not Switch. It's everywhere except for the Switch. Even on Wii U, it's on it. I got it for the Wii U originally, then it was free on PlayStation Plus, so I got it for the PS3. And I rebought the DLC. Like, Runner, please play Runner 2. It's also a highly recommended game in my opinion. Please do it. Man, I'm gonna buy Crystal Defenders after I'm done with this. The game is so good. And that's it for my PS3 collection. So, if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description is my social media, so if you want to follow me on Twitter or chat with me on Twitter or Snapchat or all that jazz, links down below. Hit me up on the social medias. I like talking to my viewers. Let me know in the comments, if you had a PS3, what is your favorite PS3 game and why? 'Cause I would love to have a little discussion with you guys. And that's it for the video, so I guess I'll see you on the next one. The next collection video I'm going to do is probably going to be nothing, because I don't plan on doing PS2, I don't plan on doing PS1, I don't know, I could finish my Amiibo collection, but no one cares about that, so I'm not going to do it. I don't know, guys. I'll see y'all on the next one.